Hey guys, it's James Tanner II here, and today's video is going to be entirely dedicated to the television show Glee. Yes, Glee, the television show that changed it all. So what I'm going to be talking about is the history of my life with Glee, or as I would call it, My Life Is Glee, because season 6 is going to be starting soon, and that's the last season of the entire series, and I don't know what's going to happen after that with my life, because Glee changed my life so much that I don't know what would happen if I just can't watch new episodes. I mean, I'm just gonna rewatch the shows anyways because I have all the seasons, but it's a part of my life, and this video is gonna explain why. Back when the series pilot started, it wasn't a series that started and then next week was the next episode. This one had a preview. It was one episode, and then a couple months later, the series picked up. I was sitting in our second living room at our house. My mom told me, "You have to watch this show, I think you might like it." So I said, okay, I'll give it a chance. So I sit there with my mom watching the show, and my life changed for good. I remember, and I never forget, when my parents walked in on me because I was watching it not once, not twice, but 3 times a day for at least 3 weeks straight. Yes, I was obsessed. I would watch the performance of Don't Stop Believin' over and over and over again just because it was something that was part of my life at the moment, because I used to hate musical theater. I used to hate when people broke out into songs, but then my sister was in the show and she got me into musical theater, and I got into theater and I got into musicals, and then Glee ended up being a TV show about people singing all the time, and I could not stop watching. So I became a Gleek, as the fans are called, instantly. So the show started, and I remember the first season finale when they lost the competition, and I remember they were singing "To Stir With Love" to Mr. Shu, and I was crying. I was actually crying because of this TV show, and that wouldn't be the last time I cried at this TV show. So 6 seasons later, the show has become so successful. It has made people famous. It got Darren Criss more into fame after he performed as Harry Potter in the Harry Potter musical series on YouTube, and it brought Alex Newell into the mainstream media after he was performing on the Glee project. I love this show so much because it changed my life. I joined choir because of it, because I loved singing. I love singing. I'm a singer. I have singing in my family genes. Of course, I had to do something with musical theater and performing with my voice. Each season of Glee is really special, and I think of it as me growing up with them, which is really funny because when the original Glee Club members graduated in 2012, I was graduating in high school in 2012. So I felt really personally connected to the characters because that was the age that I was, their characters. And funny story, when they sang the cover of In My Life by the Beatles, I was really crying because my choir, my senior year, sang that song at a competition. And so when I brought that song up, I told them, this is going to be in the Glee finale for the graduation episode, and it's not going to be fun because I'm going to be crying if I sing the song. And of course, I got the solo in the beginning of the song. So it's very, very personal to me. I remember the first time watching it, the graduation episode, I was crying in my bed. I could not watch it with anybody. I had to watch it by myself. I was crying in my bed because they brought back the old song that they sang in the first episode, "Sit Down, You're Rockin' the Boat." And then of course they had to show the first time they performed it. They cut away to the original song, the original scene, and I was crying. And it's just one of those things that you just get so connected to the show, and it's the first time I've ever been that connected to a TV show, and I love it so much. I don't think I'll ever not talk about Glee or think of Glee as something that has officially changed my life. I would be great at suggesting music to people. I became the Rachel Berry of my Glee club because I was the only person that chose the music for us to perform. And it was just a show that changed my life because I was more open. I was very shy and introverted, but of course drama helped on that part too. But then this show got me to just accept myself as who I was, and it's just something that is gonna be part of my life for the rest of my life. As you all know, because Corey Monteith did pass away, it was very sad because Glee lost a big part of the show, but also the fans lost something big in our lives too, because Corey Monteith, that was his breakout role. I mean, he has done other projects before, but this was the one that got him to be really famous. And as you guys may or may not know, he was the drummer in his band Bonnie Doon, and it was really awesome because they tweeted that they were performing in San Luis Obispo, which is just half an hour away from where I live. And I went to see them perform, and after the show I got to meet Corey Monteith. So it was really nice meeting him. This was back in December of 2011. And it was really nice because he was so sweet, and he was so tall, and he was so funny, and it was the first time I've ever been starstruck, like entirely starstruck. Like, I had this thing prepared that I was gonna say, and I walked up to him, and he looked at me, and I looked at him, and I just said, "Hi, can you sign this for me, please?" I was mortified, and it was really nice. I'll never forget that night. And so when they did the quarterback episode for his tribute for Finn and Corey, I was a mess. I could not handle it because that was just something that was part of my high school life. I watched it for 4 years, and then seeing that happen back in 2013, it was a great loss, and he'll always be in my heart. Never forget him at all, because he is such a strong person, and I respect him for his life decisions, and I just hope that he can watch over all of us and see how far that Glee is gonna go after his passing. On a happier note, I do regret not going to the Glee live concert series, because there was 2 of them. There was the first one, and then the second one, which they filmed for the Glee 3D movie, which is the poster that I have right here. And I remember when they had the movie, they had the sneak preview for the Gleeks, and there was a package that came with it. I remember when that day, the only day that it was going to show, I was going to be in Colorado visiting my cousins, and I said, "Mom, we have to go see the Glee preview. I want to watch it before everyone else does," because that's like me. I want to watch it before everyone else does. So I ended up looking at the area of where we were staying at in Colorado, and just so happened to be that just 15 minutes down the way, there was a movie theater that was showing the preview. So I bought the tickets, I bought the package for me and my mom. But I remember when the movie started and they sang "Don't Stop Believin'," I was crying because I was so happy and overwhelmed that I was actually seeing them in concert. But it was better because it was filmed, so I could see their faces. But I remember crying because I was so happy to be there, listening to them perform live, and it was just the greatest experience ever. I'll be very sad when the series finale starts, because that's gonna be, I think it's only 13 episodes, so when that 13th episode hits, I think I'm gonna lose it, because it's gonna be the end of a huge part of my life, and I know I'll have to move on because all good things must come to an end. So it's gonna be very bittersweet. I bet it's gonna be extremely bittersweet, sad, but very happy for the cast themselves, because they've come such a far way from where they were when the first episode aired, and I really respect that in them, and I respect that the fellow Gleeks that have stayed with them from the beginning, myself included, have praised what happened to the show. This is gonna be part 1. Part 2 will be after the first episode airs in January, and I can probably do a review about it, so who knows. Fellow Gleeks, if you're out there, like this video, subscribe, comment, show your friends, share it to the world, I don't know. Have a great December, you guys. Bye! Hey guys, just wanted to do a quick shout out and thank you to 2 people. That is Teresssa from my class. I thank you so much for giving me promo and putting me on your Snapchat and helping spread my YouTube channel out there. And thank you to Jared, aka the tallest Time Lord on Tumblr. And we have been mutuals for so long, and he always reblogs my videos to his page. And thank you so much, and I will be sure to put his link in the description below, and you can follow him. And Teresssa, thank you so much. I love you guys.